Work, gents. You want the bad bitch? You want the nice car? You want the nice watch? It is time to go to work. I don't care how you feel. Don't care how much you slept last night. Don't care if you're tired. You want that girl. You want that car. Comes with a price. And guess what? Rent comes due every single month. The rent doesn't care how you feel. Your client doesn't care if you slept. The world doesn't care that your heart got broken this weekend. I know it sucks, but that's the reality. I'm not trying to be mean. I'm trying to give you some tough love and wake you up, because it sounds like nobody else is doing it in this world, minus a couple people. So I'm going to have to relay the message as well. Get up, rub the crust out of your eyes, take a shower, grab a cup of Joe, and get to work, get to the gym.
Stop feeling too sorry for yourself. Get up and get to work and try to improve yourself. Stay strong, kings.
All right, let's talk about this. I used to see this firsthand with my ex. Like, we'd be hanging out and she would just like post a picture of just her face. And because she was a pretty girl, I would see so many guys swipe up on her stories, hard eyes, yo, you're so bad, let me talk to you. And she would show me the responses and be like, look at this, like, this is crazy. Before you sit here and go, see, this is what I mean, it's so much easier for women, we're alone and they're not. Bro, it is not the girl's fault, it's the guy's fault. Simping is the root cause of this, that's the issue, and you should know that's a problem by now. But let's talk about something different. Let's talk about how you can actually use this to your advantage. This is one of the reasons why I talk so much about cold approaching and being able to talk to girls in person, because a lot of them want that. This may sound kind of backwards, but because of the way that social media is and the way that everything works and attention, being traditional often gives you better chances. Being the guy who's actually confident enough to go up and talk to a girl in person is often much better than just swiping up on her story.
Stop falling for test traps. Come on, you're better than this. Stay strong, kings.
Well, I consider myself to be a boss chick. I'm 26.
Okay.
Currently single. So, I mean, you were explaining to women that they are wasting their years being a boss chick. Why can't I build my life the way I want it without potentially just being a side chick?
What do you want?
A husband eventually.
Eventually when?
Definitely before I hit 30.
So in 3 years, 8 months or so, you want to have a husband.
Yes.
How many children do you want to have?
I want 2 children.
Mm-hmm. Right. And after you're pregnant and married with your first child, do you want to have to work to pay significant bills?
I do not.
Okay.
I would prefer to be
cool.
for my kids.
So by your calculations, after marriage, you don't want to hit a lick. You want to stay at home and raise your kids. That means he has to pay the bills. Then what are you the boss for? What is it doing for the bottom line for the family?
What can I get you?
I'd like a large coffee.
Okay, so hot coffee.
Hot coffee.
Okay, room for cream.
Totally leave room for cream.
Why are you talking like that?
Why are you talking like that?
Because this is my voice?
This is my voice.
No, it's not. I heard you talking a minute ago. I know you don't talk like that.
Neither do you, because nobody actually talks like this. You choose to talk like this, and today I chose to talk like this. Pretty annoying, isn't it?
Why are you so rude, man?
Just stop doing that.
I can't help it. This is my voice.
No, it's not. It's an affectation that annoying teenagers and rich people use to sound like they don't give a shit. Except you work in a coffee shop, so I know you're not rich, and you don't look like a teenager. Unless you're Eunice Kennedy Shriver, knock it off.
Excuse me. Some of us would like to order.
You're a total dick, man.
There you go. Good. You're talking.
Wow.
Huh? Says who?
I have my fucking life together.
Are you sure about that?
I have a house. Well, not a house, a condo. I bought it myself. I have a dog. I raised her.
Oh, you bought it yourself? Who else would have bought it? Your mommy? Your daddy?
I pay for her food. I pay for her vet bills.
You want a fucking cookie? What is this?
I have a car. I pay for my car insurance. I pay for everything. I pay for my clothes. I pay for gas. I go to work.
Well done.
I have a wonderful job that I honestly, truly love. I go to the gym. I work on myself.
Stop the cap.
Okay, babe, I'm leaving.
Hey, is something wrong?
No.
Is your arm broken?
What?
Why you didn't slap my butt?
Oh, no.
You're not leaving if you don't slap my butt.
Okay.
saying women hits the wall when they get to 30, not lead them to have a lot of options as they did in their 20s and have to settle with their third or fourth options.
The crux of her original video is to point out how biology affects our mating choices, and it's not just about how attractive a person is or how compatible they are. So she gets into the data, how women's fertility plummets after their early 30s. This causes a sense of urgency for many women, and that urgency then drives them to, more often than not, choose a man that is more like their third or fourth choice and not their first choice.
Pull a power move on the first date and I offer to pay and see what they do.
Okay, this is cute and all, right? But you're still playing checkers while men are playing chess. And I say that because as a man, you already know going into that first date, you're paying for the first date. It is like, that's just what it is. You should want to pay for it as a man, right? So before you even sit down to take this test, you've already aced it because you already know in your head that you gonna pay for it. So she can pull this cute little line, but it really doesn't do anything. And this is why we say the bar is at an all-time low, because fellas, if you seriously think you're gonna go on a first date and the bill should be split, or she should pay for it, or she should even offer, I'm not gonna lie, you tripping.
Let me guess, you really thought you was the only guy? You thought you was the only guy that was gonna like the thirst trap or the bikini pic, right? No, bro, you just blend in. You blend in with the rest. But I bet those guys are nowhere to be found when she posts things about mental health. I bet they're nowhere to be found when she posts family pictures, pictures of her dog, pictures of the city, or fall season and things like that. Start liking things that if you swiped up, you could have a genuine conversation. As much as women promote physical features, they're tired of people just looking at them as physical objects. Women want to have conversations. Show that woman that you see her as more than just her physical attributes. Be able to have a genuine conversation where you can express certain things, where you guys can relate. Stop liking the thirst traps and the bikini pics, bro. Come on.
Men need guardrails. They need a girlfriend, a job to tell them, no, you need to put on a shirt and get into work. No, you can't get high and drunk every night. No, if you want to continue to have sex with me, you need to get your shit together. I think that's really important for a young man, especially young men. And young women need it as well, but just not as much. So I think what you have is a generation of young men that have no motivation, no guardrails. They get their dope hit of addiction on Robinhood. They don't have the mojo to get out there and meet women as much because they're watching so much porn. They get this illusion that they have some sort of worth or affirmation when they say angry things on social media that they get rewarded for. They start blaming other people. Specifically, they start blaming women, and they become much more prone to misogynistic content. They start believing in conspiracy theory. They're less likely to believe in climate change. And some, they become just really shitty citizens. And we're producing just a massive amount of these individuals.
Women tend to be attracted to men who show these dark triad traits: narcissism, Machiavellian, and psychopathic.
You are not wrong.
So what's up?
Logically, it doesn't make sense, but boy, women, are we in trouble. Because apparently, this brand spanking new study that was just published in September 2019, they asked 46 young men between the ages of 17 to 25, all different ethnicities, all different levels of physical attractiveness, to make 2-minute videos about themselves, talking about what they like to do on a date, you know, basically like a dating video. And at the same time, they had them rate themselves on some questionnaires that are designed to see how many psychopathic traits they have and how socially cunning they are. And guess what? 100+ women viewed these videos, and they rated these guys with the highest level of psychopathic traits as the most sexually attractive
to a lot of women, that a man would date multiple women and then just not lie about it. They're just so used to being with men who lie, because these men did not serve in the military. They did not play football. They've never been underneath a bench. It's very different. When I grew up in the 80s and 90s, you know, we wouldn't talk shit about each other on social media. We just go have a fist fight and then we were cool afterward. That doesn't happen anymore. And so it's just a very different masculinity, if you will. And I think when a woman would meet someone like you who would be honest with them about it, the fact that you were honest is just so contrary to what they're used to, which is the guy who says, hey, we're in a relationship, and then I don't want you sleeping with any other guys, and then while you're at work, I'm going to go fuck other women. That's generally what we see a lot of. And like, when you can just be honest about it, there's a lot of women that are like, wow, that's incredible. This guy can just be honest. You know what I'm saying?
So can you define what a high value man is in your eyes then?
One, a man who's not interested in multiple women. Two, funny about that.
That's all for today. Please like and subscribe. Lights out.